guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Megan. If you didn't know, now you know. And I've got an interesting story for you. So as you can see, I have this Makartt Dippies Kit. It came in this box with these accessories. Well, I just finished recording a video, which you will see after this one. And if you'll notice, these 3 dip liquids are dirty. Well, it's because I forgot to grab the dip liquids that went with the ones that I was just doing. And this was nearby, so I was like, I will just use these. But then I dropped the entire container on my work area, on myself. It went everywhere. I had to wipe it off with my hands. My hands were black. My clothes still are. I had to change all my workstation out. I made a huge mess. Brand new container. Super displeased with my performance there. But I hope you get a giggle out of it. You'll be seeing that video later, I believe. So be on the lookout for that. Anyway, we're gonna try this kit out and we're gonna do a set of nails. But first, let's look at these and do some swatches.
All right, it's Darth Vader time. Let's make some swatches. All right, so here's our little container. It is very cute. And we're gonna start with this one. It is called Sugar White. These jars aren't overflowing, so maybe we can make less of a mess. I know oftentimes they're full to the very brim, which I appreciate all the product, but I also make a mess. So I'm going to scoot this to the side, so while I am dipping on the other side of the screen, I can show you what it looks like after. But we go in here and put us a nice little layer of base, and then dip that down in there. I like to do a tapping as I pull it out so it knocks it loose and it gets a good coating, in my opinion. So here is what one layer looks like. Of course, you've probably already seen the final result on the other side. The next one we're going to look at is called Out There. Alright, and so this is what this one looks like after one coat. This one is a nice nude, a flesh tone, really great for your collection. In fact, this whole kit is a really great beginner kit because all of these are normal colors that you would use. They're pinks, they're whites, they're, you know, nude shades. Look at the base coming through this though. This could probably even go for another dip and get even more on there. Let's try it. Yep, it did hold some more. So definitely make sure you're keeping an eye on it. Make sure you do get your base loaded with the powder. The next one we're going to look at is called Expose. You know what? This powder is so finely milled. I don't know if you've noticed, but the bits are just so small that it goes on almost creamy-like, even though it's a powder. And I'm waiting to kind of see if this one's going to come up to the surface too, which I bet it is. It does look like it's starting to get a little bit shiny again. I dropped a piece of debris in there. How dare I? Let's put this back in there for a moment. Get some more on there. Yes, look how great that looks. So this one is a really light pink. Again, these colors are really great for beginners, for staple colors. These are going to be the ones you're going to use most often anyway. And then I actually like these lids because it's this little plastic thing that keeps your powder in. Now let's look at Love and Pink. This one got to sit a little bit longer while I changed the battery on the camera. Look at that. It's almost glistening. I don't know if you can see it, but there is a sparkle happening. Super pretty. It's frosted. And the last one, this one's called Passion Over. Now this one is the most vibrant pink of the collection. In the camera, it looks like it might be a little bit lighter than it appears in real life, but it is still a very acceptable shade for a nude. And this one also appears to have that slight frosty shimmery bits in it. And I think we're going to give it a little bit of an extra dip as well. Yeah, can you see that? There's like an iridescence. I know on the other side you should really be able to see what's going on. And it did come with a clear as well, but we don't need to make a swatch of a clear. But you can use this for encapsulating once you've got your colors on. Now we are going to go ahead and do me a hand of nails. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. I am going to try and do boomer nails. If you're not familiar with boomer nails, it's just a pink to white gradient. So like a French, but gradient with dip. So if it works out well, this is going to be how you do gradient or boomer nails with dip powder. And if it doesn't work out, this is going to be how you do not do gradient or boomer nails with dip powder. But let's get these opened up. I'm not even going to try and do this over this thing because it's just going to be going back and forth, so it'll be everywhere. If we lose some, we lose some. It is what it is. Let's actually back this up so you can see a little bit. We're going to use this for our hand. Let's get our base. Let's get that over a little bit. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to paint it on. I'm going to dip the white as far up as I want it, and then I'm going to dip the pink over that so it shouldn't stick where the white is already. Alright, so let's get started, and hopefully I will do a decent job since this is my good hand that I'm painting with, so I'm a little bit more in control. So for the white, let's start with maybe that much. Yeah, that seems fair. And then let's go in with some pink for the rest. Alright, so you can kind of see it is changing, but of course we're going to have to let it dry between layers, so we'll go all the way across and then we'll come back. I may do this in speed mode, but I also may slow it down if I start talking at any point, or I may just make the sound separate from the video file so that the video can be fast while I'm talking currently. Alright, that seems pretty even. If that's what I've done, then these descriptions probably don't even match what you're seeing, but that's okay. I'm making a mess already. Wonderful. Might as well try and save some of this. That was a big old pile. That one got some dimples in it. How unusual. But we've gone all the way across one time. So let's dust it off a little bit. Alright, we're ready to go again. And this time we're going to come up a little higher with the white. About to the end of the natural nail. Let's let that soak in there for a second. Really get that powder. Alright, it's coming along. Alright, 2 layers. We're going to do one more and see if we can't get it to blend. They look a little crazy, but I think once we get to filing it might be better. Alright, so I've dusted them off. They look a little bit crazy. We're going to go in with this hand file and kind of clean things up and then see how it looks. Let's start over here. Actually, I almost forgot we have to activate before we file. Quickly, let's put this on, and then we actually do have to sit for some time to let this soak in, so maybe like 10 minutes, and then I will do the filing. You won't notice the time passing though, because it will be a jump cut. It is not blending, but I may have a backup idea. Wow! We just lost a whole chunk! There it is. This must not have been real activated. that should not happen once the activation is good. Yeah, I can feel it. It's kind of gummy. We'll come back to this one. How rude. Let me put some more over here too. I'm just going to file these off camera. I'll be right back. So, I'm feeling real not impressed. Like, what is this? I tried to come back and file it after it had sat a while, after reactivating, and it just tore up. The chunks are here. So now I have to get this off. This one crumbled on the end. This one broke off a little bit. I don't know what the deal is. I use those liquids on this hand and it looks great. I don't know what's going on with these powders. If they're the issue, I don't know. But now I have to repair this. Look at this mess. And look at this mess. So I've put more on to fill in the holes. They're so lumpy. I am going to have to file these down, and my cuticles are probably going to be completely gone by the time I get done. Because all I have is this hand file. My drill isn't in here. I didn't plan on needing it. Stupid me. Okay, so here I am filing away, and this one is crumbling again. What is this? Why is this one being a problem? Ridiculous. Goodness, after so much effort, we've got something functional. I'm going to put a little bit more activator on it, especially this one because it's looking a little wild. And these ones too, because I did go around and thin the edges up a little bit. The paint job looks a little bit stupid. I am bleeding, so that's always good news. This one looks just plumb awful. Like, ew. I don't know, guys. I don't know if it's something wrong with this kit or if there's user error, but I have been doing dip for a long time and I've never had this many problems. I'm gonna let this dry and we're gonna top coat it. Ew, just absolutely ew. Let me know if you agree. Let's put some top on it. At the very least, maybe this will make it smooth, maybe not, I don't know. It'll probably just take on the lumps and divots that it already has. But I will 100% be painting over these, as I have a mystery nail art to do, and this is going to be the foundation of it. Go right over the top of this mess. Yuck, that one's lumpy. They're so dirty too because the file has black dip powder in it. I did a really bad job on these, but I am not taking the blame for this. I'm gonna say it's a problem with the product, which is unfortunate because I was really looking forward to using these, and in fact I have a polygel kit from them that's very similar. I was gonna do like a head-to-head, which one's better, the polygel or the dip, but with this being the performance on the dip, I think polygel has no choice but to win. It couldn't possibly be this bad. Plus I have Makartt polygel and I've used it before and I like it. And I've used it all-in-ones before and those were fine as well. I don't know what's going on with this. Maybe this is why you can't get Dippies hardly anywhere else, because I don't see them anywhere. In fact, I think I got this on Amazon and it might have been the only option. Anyway, I'm not going to be getting photos because ew, but let me know if you have used the Makartt dip powders and dip liquids before and what your experience was. Is this what normally happens? Is it crumbly and difficult to work with? Or were you successful and I am the problem? Let me know down below and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.